Hi everyone, this is Gaurav from Classic Education online YouTube learning channel, and today I came up with very interesting topic, that is marijuana, and how this particular topic is related to electricity production or theft. Okay, and why at a global platform so much researchers, industrialists are worried, and utility, especially the distributor part of the power sector, is so much worried about this marijuana. Actually, marijuana is sort of a, you can say it is a plant, and according to Narcotics Control Bureau of India, growing, selling of this particular plant is illegal and punishable by law in terms of some sort of penalty, or it could be jail of at least 14 years. Okay, marijuana do have some medicinal as well as some recreational advantages, but not in India. In India, it is basically completely, you can say, illegal to grow or sell marijuana. At few places like Uttarakhand, farmers are probably growing and selling such type of weed or a plant, but end product is reaching to government only. Okay, but in many of the countries it is legal. Okay, like in US, United States, and most of the parts of British Columbia and many other countries, thereby marijuana is legal. So my overall presentation is not to let you know about medicinal or recreational advantages of marijuana. I just want to relate this particular topic with electricity theft. You know, if we are growing a plant, okay, so what is crucial for a plant? You know that plant produce its food with the help of light. Okay, and the cultivation of a particular plant, it could be indoor, it could be outdoor, but when we talk about the indoor cultivation of this marijuana, what actually happen, it requires lot of lighting, ventilation, air conditioning, and dehumidification sort of mechanism. Okay, which is very energy intensive, and that is the reason it requires lot of energy input, and that is why utility, especially the distribution sector, is facing lot of power pilferage, power surges, problems in distribution transformers, harmonics at the utility end, and various sort of power thefts, because while growing, the cultivators require a lot of energy input. In India, we are not that much concerned upon marijuana growing, but in various parts of the world, it is a very concerning subject to discuss about, because growers are basically trying to increase the yield and trying to reduce the phase of that particular growing part. According to National Institute on Drug Abuse, NIDA, marijuana is a psychoactive drug, okay, from the cannabis plant. Either you can search marijuana on Google or just search it by cannabis plant, you will get an idea about this particular drug. And the source of this marijuana is basically cannabis indica and cannabis ruderalis. These two plants are related to this marijuana. And according to industry resources, lot of mathematics is involved for the calculation of cost per kilowatt hour per pound production, as energy pattern will certainly change from flowering phase to the vegetation phase of this particular plant. Thereby, for lighting purpose, some sort of special mechanism or some sort of LED lights, special LED lights are used. For cooling purpose, air conditioners are used, and lot of cost is added when we talk about ventilation and dehumidification. So it is an energy intensive process, and optimal growing of the plant is adding, you can say, theft. And this theft could be sort of meter tampering, okay, or sort of some bypass cabling, or some sort of, you can say, tampering in regards with some sort of cabling section which is not in consideration, but when you are talking about the seals which they are placed on the meter, thereby you can find such sort of tampering, and theft is basically can be encountered, because right now we are talking about smart meters, so theft can be monitored, but it is a very concerning state. Okay, because there are many cultivators at different parts of the world, and how we can monitor all those cultivators with restriction, obligations, laws and all such stuff. But thing is this, that to grow marijuana, okay, and if you're growing more than 10 to 12 plants, then automatically you get into the scanner, and there might be a probability that you are probably using it for some sort of recreational activities or some sort of drug mechanism. Okay, so this could be, if under the scanner of the government policies, and if you've taken the license, then it could be not punishable. But if you are using illegal and tampering the energy meters or some sort of, just because of your cultivation association or sort of metering section, there can be a problem of power harmonics. Okay, likewise the problem of pilferage, surges at the distribution end, and it gonna affect the utility as well. So marijuana is basically about this particular concept of marijuana is basically also related to power theft as well. Okay, and growing cannabis outdoor is far less intensive as compared to indoors. Okay, and indoor production also look after the controlling of light intensity, some sort of spectrum pattern, the temperature, nutrients, humidity, carbon dioxide level. So overall it is an energy intensive process. Okay, so you can google it out, and here I have just provided you an insight how this particular calculation is done, or some sort of triggering or shortening of light exposure or wavelength. Things are very bit tricky while analyzing the cost, okay, per pound, or what actually the cost per kilowatt hour energy consumption. Okay, so this is the energy intensive process, and power theft is also associated to this type of basically plant, and cultivators are taking advantage of it. So this is all about marijuana. And if you have something to tell us about this particular plant, or some medicinal benefits or recreational benefits, you can just comment it out. And if you have some good research or some sort of um, power theft related content, do mention in the comment. Okay, so I anticipate. So thanks for cooperation. Have a good day.